you doing? I'm back. It's Khia's turn. Khia, first of all, I'm going to need you girls not to read Khia as Khia. It's Khia. It's been Khia my whole life, her whole life. Her name is Khia Shimon, and it's been I'm out of order. It's been Khia Shimon the whole time. The entirety of her life and my life and your life and all of our lives, it's been Khia. So stop reading it as Khia. When it was my neck, my back, it was Khia, and it will remain. The bank is like empty. Hold on. So what we're not going to do is gang up on Khia for simply asking a question. Because we're not going to pretend like we don't, in the privacy of our own homes, ask who Toya baby daddy is, what is going on over there. She was with Memphis. Didn't she go off on K. Michelle after K. Michelle tried to tell her, that's a whole nother, K. Michelle is another story. But didn't she go off on K. Michelle after K. Michelle tried to tell her that Memphis wasn't no good, and it's like, girl, she was trying to help you, and all of that. Like, we're not going to vilify Khia for simply asking the question, because Khia has said worse than who is Toya Wright's baby daddy and what is her original last name. Like, she has said worse. But the whole big to-do is, this lighting under here is actually kind of a look. It's a look. Khia, on the Queen's Court, asked who Toya Johnson's baby daddy is and all of that. Now, see, I didn't know that, and I didn't even think to ask that question because Toya does have 2 rap verses that I live for, but that's just, and Tiny and Toya was a wonderful show. But that is all I can give Toya Wright. Now, she's a gorgeous woman. Her hair is always together and all of that, but I cannot give her accolades. And I've not thought to do so. So it just did not make sense to me to see her pregnant and say, who's the baby daddy? I just saw her pregnant, and I saw the photo shoot of her with those 2 bonnets. One was pink, one was blue. And then I saw the gender reveal thing posted on Instagram, and I was like, oh, okay, cute. Never did think about who the baby daddy was, but Khia wondered. And that is her right to do. That's her right to do. When you involve us in your pregnancy, your gender reveal, and your pink and blue bonnets, we have the right to question what's tea. So Khia did that. For some reason, Reginae has been on my nerves for a long time. And it's no shade to Reginae personally. The problem is, Reginae's mom and daddy were 14 when she was born. And Khia mentioned this, and I agree. But when you have a baby that young, a lot of the time, now I know a couple of the girls who did have babies at 14, and their children are children, and respect their parents as such. But when you have a baby that young, a lot of the time, your baby is really your little sister, your little brother, and y'all just good girlfriends, y'all kiki, and all of that. And that's Reginae's issue. Her problem is that she was born to very young parents. And then, hold on. Thank you, you too. She was born to very young parents. And then on top of her parents being very young, her father became very wealthy. And that's a storm. It's a storm. It's not good news. I was born to old, poor parents. Well, old, middle class, and one upper middle. Anyway, girl, my story is a whole different story. The point is, I have good sense. I knew not to talk to people my mama's age any kind of way when I was Reginae's age. Now, at this point in time, I will get a little saucy with some of my mama's friends when they feel like they need to come for me crazy. Now, I will do that because I am an adult. I've made it to the adultosphere. I'm grown, and what you're not going to do is because I'm, you go way back when my mama talked to me like I'm some sort of, child, because I'm not at this point. But Reginae is still basically a child. What, she's 19? That's a baby. No one has time. And Reginae is very out of pocket with her mouth because nobody is checking her. And Khia simply said that. Now, she said it in a Khia fashion. She said it very much as Khia says everything, which is, dragging. I really feel like Khia is probably going to be who I am. Khia is who I'm going to be. I mean, in just a mere 20-ish years. Like, not even 20, because I don't think Khia is 20 years older than me. But the thing is, Khia asked a question. Reginae and Toya got on there. She was, talking about, Khia is a one-hit, yada, yada, yada. And Reginae popped up in the video. One thing I'll never do is pop up in one of my mother's conversations. Because I've already been told that this is grown folks' conversation. So when my mom is talking today, and I am an adult, when she's on the phone, when she's on FaceTime, or when she's doing whatever she's doing, I don't pop up in that. I don't exercise my voice in her conversations unless I've been invited to do so. Reginae popped up talking about we're working. We're work. And I was like, girl, what is this? Why is she, what is this? And going off, bless her heart. You can tell Reginae does not have good reads because she has never had to read. Her read has been her parents. You know, they may say, Reginae, you know, you ugly. And she'll say, well, my father is Lil Wayne, the ugliest, richest nigga on the face. So, I mean, Reginae has never had to cultivate a read. I have. Khia has. T.S. Madison certainly has. But Reginae has not. So she got up there and we're working. And I'm just like, first of all, why are you in your mama's grown folks conversation? Second of all, why are you addressing these adults who did not really say anything to you, to or about you? Why? So Khia put her in her place, got her together. Now, what Khia did do that I did not think was necessary was come forth for the fetus. The fetus has not done anything at this time, at this stage in its development. The fetus hasn't done, there we go, has not done anything. But Khia wanted to give a Nina Simone 4 women read, and she came for she said 4 generations, but it's really not, it's only 3 generations, but the 4 women of the Johnson clan. She came for the fetus, and then she dragged Reginae down boots. Then she dragged Toya a little less. And then she came back for Krez and Nita. Y'all remember Krez and Nita from Tiny and Toya? When Toya was walking all down in, what was she? Was she in the 4th ward? Looking for Krez and, y'all seen Krez and Nita? She came for Nita because Nita said something about Khia. So she dragged all of them. And she was well within her right to do so because the gag is, didn't nobody care who your baby daddy was until Khia said something. Wasn't nobody paying you and your pregnancy no mind until Khia said something. And that's just that on that. Like, excuse me, my throat tried to pull a Reginae. That's just simply that. Nobody cared. Nobody was checking for Reginae. Nobody, on the little show that she's on that I've never seen, but I've seen some of the reviewers review it. The girls hate you, girl. They can't stand you. Your behavior is terrible. And they're trying to understand why your mama's letting you act like that. And it's just simply because y'all are the same age. You and your mama are the same age. And that's just, but the gag is, just the simple gag, is that, girl, you're being talked about now more than you have been. You're being talked and discussed now more than you have been. I've seen YouTubers talk about this. I've seen podcasters talk about this. I've seen just casual conversation. I was working the other day, and a girl came in and she was like, girl, did you see on the Queen's Court, Khia has said something about, and I wanted to chime into that conversation, but I don't get paid to do that, so I didn't. But girl, you're being discussed. You're being discussed, which means people are going to your Instagram or your YouTube or whatever you have. That means you need to be posting your product. That's what you need to be doing, is posting your product and making sure everybody knows where they can go buy your bonnets or whatever you're selling, your hair or whatever it is that you're selling. That's what you need to be doing. Instead of working via video, you need to be, okay, girl, my stomach is growling. I got to get some lunch. You need to be doing that. So anyway, girl, I agree with Khia. I'm going to watch Lady Nika's video because I haven't seen it yet. And see how she's feeling about it. Y'all go over and check her out. And I will call y'all whenever, girl. When I get back. Peace.